We're going to review our budget backup or flip up sights for our budget ARs. There were 3 different types that I got all off of Amazon, and they were all a very low cost budget item. Okay. But before we get into it, if you would please subscribe, hit the like button, leave a comment. It helps with the algorithms. And also, for those of you, I don't remember the names or anything. I'm going to show you these up close. I'm going to put a card up here and it'll take you to the video where I review and talk about and show you these sites and give a detailed explanation of them. Alright, so out of the 3 of them, this one here was the metal one that went on. This is the only one metal. And like I said, when I went and looked at the reviews, they complained this isn't spring loaded. You have to press a button to get it up, manually flip it up, manually flip it back. These, I put on this Radical Firearms and just clamped them down, and I was on paper at 100 yards. This particular sight is the one. It has the little fiber optics on the large aperture, and it also has a square post with a fiber optic, and using that to line these up is pretty easy. It's easy to pick up, and I was able to dial it in and at 100 yards be hitting fairly easily. Now, not to be confused with the polymer sight that has a square post. This one you need an AR-like tool to go in, hit that pin and rotate it down like a standard AR-15 sight. Also, these are not spring-loaded. They must be manually put down, and when the button does lock, manually brought up. The rear one is like that, yes. That's about the only downside to this, but I would recommend them. So that's that one. Now, on this is our Andro Core Industries. These sights here are polymer. They are spring loaded and will snap up. And they have it looks GUS written on them. I don't know if you could see it or not, but that's what's on the site. Now these here, you know, it pops up and front sight, very large area there. This one here has another special tool, and you dial the front in with the tool that comes with it. Okay. This doesn't have any fiber optics. Okay. All it has is the large and small aperture here. You just flip it down. And this particular one worked fairly well. It's a little bit more difficult. I think this is the one I had to use the tool, because trying to dial this in for windage here, I had to put the screwdriver in the other side and then dial the windage in that way. For some reason with the nut it didn't work, so it wasn't quite perfect, but it did work. And I was able to get fairly decent results, and at 50 yards, zero this in and hit the bullseye consistently. So these things do work. So that's a look at them. Okay. And then lastly, and these I do not recommend. These I had a hard time dialing them in. I had this scope on the rifle and I dialed it in, have it tightened down, and I'm not going to remove it so you can't see the the rear sight. But what these are, again, these are polymer spring loaded, and it has the square front sight post, and you don't need tools with this one. You just would, turn this down. Now what I found a problem with this, and the fiber optics are nice, I mean, it looks cool, you can kind of pick them up. But what I found out is this square post doesn't rotate, and it just goes down and went to the very bottom, and I'm still shooting low at 50 yards. So this thing did not adjust to where I can get it. I don't see a maker's name on it, but if you look at it, you'll see where this one, you don't use a tool, you use a thing in the back, and I do not recommend buying these. And the one thing that's different with this sight and the others is when folded down, it has a fiber optic option here. You see, like you could use them like a quick sight. This is probably for a pistol style rifle. That's probably why the sights don't work too well. Avoid this one if you can. Alright, so that's it. Amazon has a wide variety of these things, and they're not expensive to where some of them are expensive. And they kind of look the same as these. But you can get away with getting some of the lower end stuff, and it is usable, and your rifle, with a little bit of practice, you will be able to hit something. So, that's my story on the sights. Okay? So thank you, and stay tuned.